Hi, welcome to Scuba Diver and Gear Guide Test Extra. All divers love shiny new kit, and every episode we'll be looking at new releases to market from all the major manufacturers. Now remember, if you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, you'll never miss out on any future instalment. So, without further ado, let's see what came through the post this week. Now, Canadian company Shearwater Research has rapidly carved itself a niche for high-performing, robust, and perhaps most importantly, user-friendly dive computers. The Petrel, when that came out, gained a legion of followers, as did the Perdix AI that followed it, and the Perdix wristwatch computer. The Nerd 2 heads-up display, that also went down a storm. Now, one of the things I particularly liked about the Perdix AI and the Perdix was that while they were supremely capable dive computers, with abilities and features that would sate the desires of even the most hardened technical diver, they were also so easy to use, even a novice diver could just get hold of it, put it into recreational mode, and go diving. The fact that as the diver progressed in the diving career, the computer could easily grow with them was a major plus point in my eyes, and that ability to cope with recreational and open circuit, closed circuit technical diving could offset the purchase cost of the unit in the first place. However, there were plenty of people out there who just want to pootle along a pretty coral reef and never stray out of recreational diving depths. For them, the sort of outlay for a dive computer that's capable of doing far more than they're ever going to dream of doing perhaps just isn't worth the investment. And that is where the Peregrine comes in. The Peregrine is still a very capable decompression computer. It's got 4 diving modes: straightforward air mode, single nitrox that you can use up to 40%, 3 gas switchable nitrox, which goes up to 100%, and then engage mode for the techies, which means it can easily deal with entry-level technical diving and beyond engage mode if necessary. The navigation system on the Peregrine is just the same as on the Perdix AI, apart from the fact that this time around you get some nice stainless steel buttons on the side here that have a real nice feel to them, and they're easy to use even with dry gloves on. Now, the menu on the Peregrine is very intuitive. Even a new user could be happily bouncing around the different areas in just a few minutes. And it even it tells you at each point where you are. Very easy to get through. You don't even need to try and look at any instructions. You can just have a play around, and I say a few minutes, and you'll be navigating it like a pro. I particularly like the visual and vibration alerts from the Peregrine. I mean, I tend to switch off audible alarms, not that this one has any. Anyways, they just tend to bug me, but the vibration's great. You can easily feel it even through a wetsuit or even a dry suit. So, what's the major difference between the Perdix AI and the Peregrine? Well, other than the aforementioned tech diving features, the big two are no compass and no air integration. But look at that price. If you want air integration and a compass, as well as the additional tech options, then go for a Perdix AI or the Perdix. But if these two features aren't vital to you, the Peregrine really does make a solid choice. It comes in a zippered protective case like the Perdix AI and the Perdix. On opening it, it's got a zippered section in the lid, and that is where you find the charging cable. And they also include a little checklist in there with hand-signed checks so that you know it's been quality assured. And it gets a short cheat sheet in there as well, explaining how to charge a unit, attach the straps, etc. Now, in the main compartment area here, that was where you found the Peregrine nestled in here. Now, at the moment, it obviously won't fit into that foam because I've got the strap on it. This dense foam surround gives it a nice little protective layer when it's new, and you lift it out, and then the rubber strap was all coiled around the outside around here, and then this is where you also find on the back of here, this is the neat stuff I love from Shearwater, is you've got the spindles that were holding the strap on and the tools to put it on are all embedded into the back, and then inside this foam, when you opened it up, that is the cable charging station. So you basically plug the cable in there, it's like the Perdix, sit that down, put the Peregrine on the top, and then it just charges away like that. You don't have to hold it in place, you don't have to clip it on, you don't have to open anything. It's fantastic design. Now, as I said before, I went for the rubber strap. I've never really been fond of the elasticated bungee version, but I have to say that I still prefer the elastic and pinch clip strap that comes on the Perdix AI than the rubber strap. But I have to say the rubber strap's still nice and robust. And if you want to pimp your Peregrine, You can also get 2 colourways, ocean blue and white, for the strap, so you can make it stand out from the crowd. So that's the Shearwater Peregrine. What do I think of it? Another solid outing from Shearwater, it has to be said. They've just built on their strengths and produced a computer that filled a niche in their lineup. As we said, if you want all the extras, they've already got computers out there that can deal with that, like the Perdix AI or the Perdix. But if you are just looking for a solid dive computer with a very easy to read screen, that's got plenty of options that can cope with your entry-level diving and even entry-level tech, then the Peregrine is definitely worth a look at. Well done, Shearwater. So that's the Shearwater Peregrine. Hope you found that review useful. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the box. We always like to see what our fans are saying. Remember, subscribe, hit that bell, and then you'll never miss out on any future instalments. Next, we're going to be looking at the new XD regulator, which has been a long time in development, but is well worth checking out. So, enjoy, safe diving, and we'll catch you soon.